Hi, welcome to Subtronics. So in this session, we are going to talk about the basics of a gas detection system. A gas detection system is a system in which the presence of fumes, vapors or gases is to be detected. Once it reaches a particular level, then these systems alert you and you can have an alarm when the concentration increases beyond a particular set point. Absolutely critical from the point of view of safety in your plants. A must to have in a lot of industry, including the chemical industry, the power plants, units involving generation of ammonia, freezers, your cold storage applications, your battery banks, areas where they emit hydrogen. So let's talk about what are the elements of the gas detection system. Any gas detection system has basically got three elements. The first one being the gas sensor. In the industry, it's also called as the transmitter, or it is also called as the detector. Okay, this is the main device which is continuously trying to sniff the air for the kind of gases that we are going to detect. Okay, this is then going to take the sensor readings are then going to be taken to a control unit. Now the second part of the element of the gas detection system, the first one being the sensor, the second is the controller unit, or they also call it a panel, or they also call it an indicator, on which these readings from the sensor from the side are being sent via wires to the control panel, in which you can monitor these readings on the control room, in the control room or on the panel areas. And the third element is the accessories. Accessories can be anything like a small siren in case of gas leaks. Above a particular level, you get the siren. Or it can also be something like a hooter or an exhaust fan switching on automatically, or a solenoid valve which is going to shut off your gas supply. So these accessories, they may also be DCS may be an accessories. It may be connected to a PLC or a SCADA, or even nowadays the IoT system. Let us see what are the typical features that are there in a gas detection system. Usually the gas detection systems, the sensors now come in different types. You have the non-flame-proof ones and the flame-proof ones. The flame-proof sensors carry a lot of approvals, and these sensors, they depend on the type of gas that you use. The typical features of these sensors are the outputs that they carry or the display that they carry. Some applications may require a local display on the sensors itself, so that the concentration of the gas on the site is known there and there itself. We call those the on-the-spot monitoring gas detectors, OTSM series. They may also be without indicators, like for example in kitchen areas where there are commercial kitchens behind the burners. There's nobody going to go and see behind the burners. So in that case, we give you sensors without the digital indication. Now these sensors have typical features like they may either have a 0 to 5 volt, 0 to 2 volt output, or they may also have 4 to 20 milliampere output, or a Modbus output which is going further to the control unit. It depends on the make and the type of panels. We got a lot of panels to which you interface these detectors. The second feature of the gas detection system should also be the inputs and the outputs. Usually for the controller unit, the inputs is the sensors. The outputs are the ones which are going to interact with your accessories or your control panel. Now these also include 4 to 20 milliampere output relays. Sometimes you need potential free contacts to switch on and off something. For example, at the first stage, you need the exhaust to be going on automatically. This can be done using a potential free contact. And at the second stage of level, you want the sprinklers to start on. So these are all used using potential free contacts. And some new features which are there is the Modbus output. We would always recommend a Modbus RS485 output. Now these kind of outputs, they are digital protocols which are very much interacting with your SCADA, PLC or DCS unit or a IoT device or a web gateway. So these are the typical features you should be looking out for. Usually in the market, we got two steps based alarms, level 1 and level 2. Most of our panels have got three features, just in case you need an early alert for the first step. So we give it in the range of green, yellow and red, low, medium and high, or you may call it A1, alarm 1, alarm 2 and alarm 3. Usually all these are programmed. You should make sure that the systems have got a password protection. No layman should be able to tamper with these devices. So these are the typical features which you find out in a gas detection system. Then let us come across what are the norms and the approvals in the market. So the detectors which are at site of operation, these can be zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, depending on the type of applications in which they are installed. These detectors should carry approval, especially for combustible gas. Our detectors, we carry the ISI mark from the BIS office. We also have approvals from CMFR and PISO. Now PISO is the most important petroleum and explosive safety organization. This approval is a mandate for most of the kitchens or most of the plant areas or most of the flame-proof areas in your plant. Apart from that, anything in addition becomes a bonus for us. So many of our detectors also got the ATEX approval. ATEX stands for atmospheric explosives. these standards are required as per the Europe. Coming on to next, what are the trends that we are following in the market here? So usually whenever you go for a gas detection systems, make sure that these points are covered. Trends also depends on the kind of sensors that you're using in the detectors. Now these sensors, we always recommend you based on the type of gas that you want, right? For example, if you have a LEL sensor, we would recommend you a semiconductor sensor or catalytic leak sensor. But if the same thing is in a toxic gas, say for example ammonia, then we would definitely recommend you electrochemical sensor, which has got a very high selectivity towards that particular gas and can measure very low concentrations also. There are different types of sensors, semiconductor, electrochemical, Pellister based catalytic bead type sensors. There are NDIR based sensors. There is something the latest which is TDLAS. Now these stands for tunable diode laser sensors. Now these are all trending sensors, and we work with major of these sensors depending on the type of gas that you require and the type of range that you require for these gases and the type of alarm levels you require. The next trend which is happening in the market is Industry 5.0 standards. Now we had recently the 4.0 standards and it's gone to 5.0 standards. There's a lot of aspects, sustainability, automation, but one of the most important thing is to take everything and make it smart and get it all online. We are very proud to say that all our systems, the latest ones, are now IoT compatible. In IoT, you get real-time monitoring of all the gases. So whatever is there, wherever you are on the globe, we give you a landing page on which you go and you access your detectors, and you can also, the best part is you can also reset your alarms setting at the same position, wherever you are in the globe. So the IoT gives you all the trend analysis. We can track all the data. Once there is data, there is treasure, and that we can use to actually predict, where we can use a lot of AI to predict what is happening in your IoT based platforms. So that's the next trending thing. There are some wireless devices which are there, detectors which are there. We do depending on that also, when the site demands for you can't dig at site, you can't have permissions at site, and it requires to be transmitted wirelessly. We got wireless sensors also. Next trend is we got something which is multi-gas monitors. Now you see these are the portable gas monitors, right, for single gases. This is a small pocket type device. I think it's one of the slimmest that is there in available, manufactured in India. It just clips onto your pocket and you have your hands free and you can enter the manual area or whatever, wherever confined space you can monitor it. It's very small tiny device which vibrates and also gives you an audio alarm in case of danger levels. So these are also available for more than 250 gases. Depending on the type of readings also, what we can do is we can also give you customization. We do a lot of customization for our clients in case the requirement is somewhere out, or we have a bunch of R&D team which will develop a device for you and give you a customized product. We are in that segment also. The most important part now, what I would like to elaborate, is the after sales. That is the most important thing. To sell a product is okay, but what about the after sales service? So we are known in the market today for our after sales service, the prompt service that is required once there is any difficulty faced by the client. These systems, all the systems that you see, any kind of gas detector system will require calibration. Calibration frequency of most of our devices is minimum 1 year. We also do maintenance or calibration services monthly at some particular clients where the gas is very critical and requires to be calibrated monthly. So it may be monthly, 6 monthly, or a yearly visit. Yeah, so we do those. We have a beautiful AMC in place which helps us to maintain the system. The system becomes our baby and we take care of the whole system for the throughout the year. So these AMCs usually are lasting for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. We've done some AMCs for 20 years also. So I hope we have clarified the whole elements of the whole gas detection system, what it does, how it works. And in case you want us to talk about anything more related to these topics, please feel free to comment down and leave us your comment. We'll be definitely on it to answer it as fast as possible and answer all your questions. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.